Well, it's only Musical People and Journeys time. It's only the new rock album review time. Oh yes, and it's only the three amigos, myself, Trish, and Chris. Welcome.
Good morning.
I almost forgot my name, didn't you know?
No, I was going to call you D'Artagnan, but that's Four Musketeers rather than the Three Musketeers, so we go for amigos. Okay, if you're listening for the first time, we'll review the latest rock albums, give them a rating out of 5 for our own personal ratings. Will it get into our Hall of Fame? Will it get into Album of the Year? Who are we going to be reviewing today? We are reviewing The Script, and their new album, Satellites. Well, who are The Script? Who's not heard of The Script? The Script are an Irish rock band formed in 2001 in Dublin. The band currently consists of Danny, Glen, Benjamin and Ben. Mark Sheehan was a member of the band up to his death in 2023. The band moved to London after signing to Sony Label Records and released their first album, The Script, in 2008. Preceded by the debut single We Cry, as well as other singles such as The Man Who Can't Be Moved, Breakeven and Before the Worst. The album peaked at number 1 in both Ireland and UK. Their next 3 albums, Signs of Faith in 2010, 3 in 2012 and No Sign Without Sight in 2014, all tapped the album charts in Ireland and England, while Signs of Faith reached number 2 in Australia and number 3 in the States. Some of the hit singles from the albums include, for the first time, Nothing, Hall of Fame and Superheroes. The band's 5th studio album, Freedom Child, was released in 2017 and features the UK's top 20 single Rain. The 6th studio album, Sunsets and Full Moons, was released in 2019 and features the singles The Last Time, a greatest album released in 2021. The Script's music has been featured in television programmes such as 90210, Ghost Whisperer, The Hills, Waterloo Road, EastEnders, Made in Chelsea, The Vampire Diaries, and Fantman Danny O'Donoghue was also coach on The Voice for seasons 1 and 2 before leaving the show in order to focus more on the band. The band has won 3 Meteor Irish Music Awards and 2 World Music Awards and received 2 Brit Award nominations. The Script have sold over 20 million albums worldwide. But does that end here? Does all those accolades end with the little guys from Musical Peoples and Journeys? Did they hit our sweet spot? Let's find out. Chris.
No, is the quick answer, unfortunately. So I am aware of The Script. I've been aware of The Script for some time, mostly so that I can avoid where possible. I'm not that much of a fan. I don't know what it is specifically. There's nothing musically, nothing wrong with them at all. So, very good. They've got a load of variety across the album and a load of variety across most of their albums as well. Musically, they're very good. Danny O'Donoghue, his singing voice sometimes getting a little bit the wrong way, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with it. And I can understand that they've sold 20 million albums because I can understand other people like it, but it's not for me. It's a bit too light and airy, and I prefer heavier music. If you pushed me to classify it, I wouldn't say that this is a rock album, but that's just me. But then I, at that point, didn't enjoy it as well as I could have done because I'm looking to listen to more rock. So, yeah, for me, it's not my cup of tea. But it's not a bad album at all, and that will be reflected in my score.
Trish, Script, fan? Not a fan?
I mean, I've seen The Script play at the Isle of Wight Festival a couple of times. They're crowd pleasers, but this is definitely not a rock album. When I heard the opening track, Both Ways, I was like, is this really The Script? As I didn't recognise Danny's voice, and it was a very funky pop track for them, which I liked. A little bit different direction for them. And that's how the album flows for the next couple of tracks. I really enjoyed Home Is Where the Hurt Is, quite poignant track. Then the album slows down to a traditional Script I know of with Ballad at Your Feet. The track Gone had me dancing along. This is a song for them to play at a concert to get the crowd involved. Inside Out, an honest track about depression and emotional struggles. And the album ends as it started with the funky Run, Run, Run. This is a nice offering from The Script and a welcome return to easy listening.
Yeah, I'm always associated with Script with more kind of mellow kind of rock ballad type of songs. Really, I've not really kind of sorry, their album's called Satellite, and they've been on my satellite without really being on my radar. Yeah, but I've got to say, because you know, there's certain types of rocks that I like, and I do. My guilty pleasure is rock pop. I like it. All right, and that's probably why we see a lot of rock pop kind of listening, because I do like to listen to good quality rock pop, because it transports me away from the more heavy stuff that I really like, and adds a bit of like something different to my listening palette, if you like. And this grew on me. I've got to say, it wasn't what I was expecting. It was definitely more rock poppy than I was expecting it to be, and I quite enjoyed it. I've got to say, I really liked Both Ways, and I really liked Inside Out, and they hit my cool playlist. I've got a lot of kind of indie rock or rock pop on my cool playlist, because it's easy listening, and I agree with Trish. This was a fun album. It was definitely a very much cool, easy listening, fun album. That didn't really take itself seriously. Did I love it? No. I think that I really enjoyed it, and I would pick out 4 or 5 tracks from this album that I would probably listen to again, rather than kind of listen to the whole album in itself. But I thought it was pretty solid. Did we think he good enough to get into the Hall of Fame? Will it score more than 4? Let's find out then, shall we? Let's start with you then, Chris.
So it was 2.5 for me.
2.5. Lauren give this a 3, just to throw in, mix it up a little bit. Trish?
I gave it a 3.5.
Trish, we're on point. 3.5.
Oh, channeling.
I know, right?
Aww.
Look at that. We're quite close on this ones. So it scored 3.1. Which is pretty solid. 263rd out of our 428 all-time lists that we reviewed. 81st out of our 126 albums that we reviewed this year. So not going to get into our Hall of Fame. Not going to get into our album of the year. Solid, fun album. But really got to whether it's going to tick your box or not. What did you think? Like, subscribe. Go on. Leave a comment. Do you hate us for not liking the script? Do you agree? What did you think? In comparison to some of their albums, I'm a big fan of Danny. I love The Voice, by the way. I listen to I always watch the when it gets to The Voice. I always kind of listen to the auditions. Sometimes I skip the rest of it. I just like to watch the auditions because like whoever wins The Voice never really goes on and does anything. Which is a shame, but there we go. Right, okay. Thank you very much to my wonderful panel, to the 3 amigos, to Chris and to Tricia, to myself, and thank you to Lauren. Get well soon, and please come back soon, Dom and Dave. Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh.